Stop scrolling. You are looking at four of the most valuable and misunderstood modern Washington quarters in existence. These aren't just spare change. They are numismatic trophies where condition, error, and history collide to create values that can exceed $6,000 for a single coin. Forget everything you think you know about common dates, because within the massive mintages of the late 20th century lie astonishing rarities that redefine what makes a quarter valuable. On Rare Coin Gallery, we specialize in uncovering these hidden giants, and today we're spotlighting the Elite Four: the dramatic 1998 D double die obverse, the condition miracle of the 1987 D, and the historically pivotal first clad issues from 1965 and 1966. Their stories of minting mistakes, miraculous preservation, and economic transition are where true numismatic passion meets serious investment potential. USA 1987 Washington Quarter Dollar with D mint mark. The 1987 D Washington Quarter is a sleeper hit in the series, a coin whose immense value is hidden behind its utterly common appearance in circulated grades. Its premier status is reserved exclusively for examples in flawless, gem mint state condition, where it is recognized as one of the greatest condition rarities of the modern clad era. Unlike coins valued for errors or low mintage, the 1987 D's claim to fame is its astonishing scarcity in grades above MS66, making it a condition census key that is fiercely pursued by registry set collectors and those aiming to complete top-tier sets of Washington quarters. Its appeal is subtle yet powerful, based on the pure challenge of finding a coin struck in a year of high production that somehow survived without a single detectable flaw. Historically, the 1987 quarter originates from a period often overlooked in numismatics, the late 1980s, a time of high mintages for circulation, but curiously, no proof sets issued by the San Francisco Mint. This single-year hiatus in proof production means that the only uncirculated coins available from the mint that year were from annual uncirculated sets, which contained coins from Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver Mint produced over 655 million quarters for circulation, a colossal figure that renders any worn example worthless. However, the coins destined for the uncirculated sets were handled with greater care, though still not with the meticulousness of proof coins. This context is crucial, as it explains why business strike coins with exceptional surfaces from this year are so elusive. The typical coins were bagged and shipped, incurring massive contact marks. The unique feature of the valuable 1987 D quarter is not a design element but the quality of its surface preservation. On a coin aspiring to the grade of MS67 or higher, the copper-nickel clad composition must exhibit full, original, and brilliant luster, often with a crisp, almost cartwheel effect. The strike must be razor-sharp, bringing out every detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Most importantly, the surfaces must be virtually free of the heavy bag marks, scratches, and handling incidents that plague nearly all other examples from the huge mintage. In essence, what makes it special is its miraculous escape from the abrasive processes that characterized the mint's mass production and distribution methods in the late 20th century. Rarity for the 1987 D is defined purely by condition. With a mintage in the hundreds of millions, it is one of the most common quarters in existence. Yet, in gem grades, it is a phantom. While thousands of coins have been graded MS65, the populations drop precipitously at MS66 and become minuscule at MS67. Coins graded MS68 are among the finest known for the entire clad series from any mint. This extreme scarcity in superlative condition is due to the striking and packaging processes. Coins were struck on older, often worn presses and then tossed into bags with thousands of others, dooming most to a fate of heavy marking. The few that survive this ordeal untouched are genuine numismatic miracles, and their scarcity drives intense demand among condition-focused collectors. The market value for a standard circulated 1987 D quarter is, of course, 25 cents. However, for the condition rarity examples, values are astonishing. A quarter graded MS66 might sell in the range of $300 to $600, but the real market excitement begins at MS67. Examples at this level consistently command prices from $2,500 to $4,000. The ultimate examples, those graded MS68, occupy the stratosphere of the series. Such coins have sold at public auction for prices between $5,500 and $7,000, with some private sales likely exceeding this. This market is highly specialized, with values directly tied to the population reports of the grading services and the competitive desires of collectors building world-class sets. Collecting this coin successfully requires a focus on certification and population data. Only examples graded by PCGS or NGC should be considered, as the grade is the entire source of value. Collectors must become fluent in reading the nuances of grading service population reports to understand exactly how rare a given grade is. Acquiring such a coin almost always involves monitoring major auctions or establishing relationships with dealers who specialize in high-grade modern coinage. Storage is critical. Even in a holder, the coin should be protected from shocks, humidity, and prolonged light exposure to ensure its pristine surfaces do not degrade, as the loss of a single point on the grading scale could mean a loss of thousands of dollars in value. In conclusion, the 1987 D Washington quarter in gem condition is a paradox, a coin from one of the largest mintages that becomes one of the hardest to find in perfect state. It represents the pinnacle of the condition rarity concept in modern numismatics. Its value is not in its history or design, but in its improbable journey from the mint to the present day without acquiring a single significant flaw. For the advanced collector, it is a trophy coin, a necessary and prestigious component for a top-ranked registry set. It underscores a fundamental truth in coin collecting. Sometimes the greatest challenge and expense lies not in finding something old or intentionally rare, but in finding something common that has survived with impossible perfection. USA 1966 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark occupies a unique and historically pivotal place in American numismatics, serving as a tangible relic of a brief and confusing transitional period. Following the great coin shortage of the mid-1960s, this coin was struck during a year when the U.S. Mint, in an effort to discourage collecting and hoarding, ceased adding mint marks to all coins. For the quarter series, this means every 1966 quarter, whether struck in Philadelphia or Denver, bears no mint mark. However, the supreme value lies in those rare examples that survived in exceptional mint state condition, particularly those with phenomenal eye appeal, making them key coins for specialists in the mid-1960s no mint mark era. The historical context of this coin is directly tied to the Coinage Act of 1965 and the national coin shortage. To curb the hoarding of silver coins, the Mint removed mint marks in 1965 and continued this policy through 1967. The 1966 quarter was thus produced in massive quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but all identically marked. This was a deliberate move to make coins less interesting to collectors, theoretically keeping them in circulation. The composition was also changed to a copper-nickel-clad layer over a copper core, completely removing silver from the quarter for the first time. This coin, therefore, symbolizes the second year of the new clad coinage and the height of the mint's campaign to produce anonymous, utilitarian currency. The unique feature of the valuable 1966 quarter is its paradoxical status. It is a coin struck in the hundreds of millions, yet one that is extraordinarily difficult to find with outstanding surfaces. In high grades, the coin's design details, the fine lines in Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, should be sharply struck. The clad composition can exhibit a superb, frosty luster when preserved correctly. What makes top-tier examples special is their survival from a period known for poor striking quality and abusive minting processes. Coins were struck on worn dies and subjected to harsh bagging, resulting in most being heavily marked. A 1966 quarter with brilliant, mark-free surfaces is a notable exception to the rule of its production year. Rarity for the 1966 quarter is, once again, almost entirely a condition phenomenon. With a total mintage exceeding 821 million pieces from both mints, it is ubiquitously common in worn grades. However, in mint state grades above MS66, the population thins dramatically. Coins from this period are notoriously baggy, meaning they bear countless contact marks from being stored and transported in large canvas bags. Finding a coin that escaped this fate with pristine fields is a significant challenge. Furthermore, because both mint facilities produced coins without a mint mark, there is no way to distinguish a Philadelphia from a Denver piece, adding an element of mystery. The true rarity is the combination of a flawless surface and exceptional eye appeal, which only a minuscule fraction of the colossal mintage can claim. The market value for a circulated 1966 quarter is face value. In lower mint state grades, MS60 to MS63, it may be worth only a few dollars. The investment grade market begins at MS65, where prices might range from $20 to $50. The significant price jumps occur at MS66 and beyond. A premium example graded MS66 can command $150 to $300, but the elite coins graded MS67 are where four-figure values are realized. Such coins have consistently sold at auction for between $3,000 and $4,500. The absolute finest known specimens, potentially graded MS67+, can approach or exceed $5,500, as they represent the pinnacle of preservation for this historically important, yet normally common, issue. For collectors, pursuing a high-grade 1966 quarter necessitates a sharp eye for surface quality and trust in professional certification. Given the importance of condition, purchasing a raw coin is highly risky. A collector should seek coins certified by PCGS or NGC, paying close attention to the specific grade and also the eye appeal noted on the label, if any. It is advisable to review auction archives to understand the price history for each grade level. Acquiring a top-tier example will almost certainly require participation in a major national auction or consultation with a dealer specializing in modern rarities. Proper storage in a climate-stable environment is essential to preserve the delicate surfaces that give this otherwise ordinary coin its extraordinary value. In final analysis, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter is a cornerstone coin for collectors focused on the clad era or the unique history of the mid-1960s. Its significance is dual. It is a key date representing the second year of clad coinage and the ongoing mint mark hiatus. While common in circulation, its status as a condition rarity in the upper echelons of preservation makes it a prize that commands serious respect and budget. It appeals to historians for its story, to condition specialists for its challenge, and to investors for its proven market performance in high grade. This quarter perfectly illustrates that in numismatics, context and preservation can combine to create major value from the most seemingly humble origins. USA 1965 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark. The 1965 Washington quarter is a coin of profound historical importance, marking the very first year of the United States' transition from silver coinage to the copper-nickel clad composition still used today. Its extreme value, however, is not found in the billions of regular circulation strikes, but in a special category, the exceptional special mint set, SMS, coins that exhibit a stunning, proof-like surface quality. These 1965 SMS quarters are the premier representatives of this inaugural clad year, highly prized for their exceptional strike, magnificent luster, and status as the first of their kind. They represent a one-year-only issue that bridges the gap between the end of proof production in 1964 and its revival in 1968, making them uniquely appealing to collectors of both modern proofs and first-year issues. The historical context of the 1965 quarter is defined by crisis and change. The skyrocketing price of silver in the early 1960s led to widespread hoarding and melting of silver coins, creating a severe national shortage. In response, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from the dime and quarter and authorized a clad composition. To further discourage collectors, the mint removed mint marks from all coins from 1965 through 1967. Crucially, the mint also ceased selling proof sets to the public. Instead, in 1965, 1966, and 1967, they offered special mint sets, struck with greater care than circulation coins, but not to the level of traditional proofs. The 1965 SMS quarters are products of this experimental stopgap measure. The unique features of the valuable 1965 SMS quarter are all in its finish and strike. Unlike the dull, often grainy surfaces of regular circulation strikes from 1965, the SMS coins were struck on polished dies from carefully prepared planchets. This results in a spectacular, satiny to moderately reflective surface with an incredibly sharp strike. The devices, especially Washington's hair and the eagle's breast feathers, are rendered with remarkable detail. The fields are often clean and deeply mirrored, though not as perfectly mirrored as a true proof. This distinctive cameo contrast between the frosted design and the reflective fields, when present, is highly sought after and distinguishes these coins as the highest quality quarters the mint produced that year. Rarity for the 1965 quarter is multi-layered. The regular circulation mintage was astronomical, making any worn example worthless. The SMS coins, however, were produced in a limited quantity of approximately 2 million sets, making the quarters from these sets inherently scarcer than their circulation counterparts. But the true rarity is in the condition and quality within that SMS population. Most SMS coins exhibit some hairlining or spotting. Examples that have survived with truly impeccable, mark-free surfaces, full original luster, and strong cameo contrast are exceedingly rare. Coins grading MSP 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC represent the pinnacle of this issue, with populations so low that they become major condition rarities within an already finite and historically significant series. Market value for a typical circulated 1965 quarter is 25 cents. A standard, unattractive SMS coin in a lower grade might be worth $5 to $15. The market for premium quality SMS specimens is robust and specialized. An example graded MSP 66 with nice eye appeal can sell for $200 to $400. The values escalate dramatically for the finest examples. A quarter certified MSP 67 regularly commands prices between $1,800 and $2,800. The ultimate specimens, those graded MSP 68 with superb cameo contrast, are the crown jewels of this issue and have realized auction prices in the range of $4,500 to $6,000, reflecting their status as the absolute best examples of the first year of clad quarter production. Collecting this coin successfully requires a focus on the special mint set designation and superior eye appeal. It is critical to purchase coins that have been certified and designated as SMS or special mint set by PCGS or NGC, as this differentiates them from ordinary business strikes. When evaluating a coin, look for that characteristic satiny luster, sharp strike, and clean fields. Provenance can also add value, such as coins from original, unbroken SMS sets. Acquiring a top-grade piece typically involves monitoring auctions from major firms or working with a dealer who specializes in modern coin rarities. As with all high-value coins, secure, climate-controlled storage is mandatory to preserve the delicate surfaces that define its quality and worth. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter in its highest SMS form is a landmark American coin. It is the inaugural clad quarter, a product of economic necessity, and a beautiful example of the mint's interim quality efforts during the turbulent mid-1960s. Its appeal spans historical collectors, first-year-of-type collectors, and condition specialists. As the finest examples continue to be sought after for top-tier registry sets, their value is supported by a compelling narrative and genuine scarcity in peak condition. This quarter is far more than just a piece of change. It is a beautifully struck artifact from a moment of profound transition in U.S. monetary history, and its premium market value is a direct reflection of that enduring significance. USA 1998 Washington Quarter Dollar with D mint mark. Within the vast sea of modern circulation strikes, the 1998 D Washington Quarter holds a singular, elite position due to an extraordinary minting anomaly. The 1998 D double die obverse. This coin is not sought for its age or composition, but for presenting one of the most visually dramatic and technically significant double die errors in the entire quarter series. Its appeal is magnetic to era variety specialists and modern coin enthusiasts who prize coins that tell a story of minting process failure. The demand for this coin is intensely focused on specimens that combine the stark error with exceptional preservation, creating a niche market where prices escalate dramatically for the finest examples. It stands as a testament to how a single production flaw can transform a common issue into a numismatic celebrity. The historical context of this coin is rooted entirely in the mechanical operations of the Denver Mint in 1998. That year, the Mint was producing quarters at high volume for commerce, with no special commemorative purpose. The creation of a double die error is a timeless minting event, occurring when a working die receives multiple, misaligned impressions from a hub. The 1998 DDDO represents a profound instance of this, likely from a hub that shifted between impressions. This error was entirely unintentional and slipped into production, with coins entering circulation before the flawed die was identified and pulled. Its significance is thus industrial and procedural, offering a rare, tangible artifact of a specific moment when the minting machinery faltered, creating a collectible through pure accident. What makes this coin instantly recognizable and highly desirable are the pronounced doubling effects on the obverse. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" exhibit severe, secondary images that are markedly offset, giving the letters a bold, shadowed, and almost grotesque appearance that is obvious without magnification. The date, 1998, and the hair detail above Washington's ear also show clear doubling. This is classified as a Class II double die, where the doubling appears as extra thickness on the letters and numbers. On a coin preserved in mint state, the standard copper-nickel clad luster provides a contrasting background that makes this distortion pop, creating a coin that is as visually fascinating as it is historically instructive for understanding die production. The rarity of the 1998 DDDO is a function of both the error's inherent scarcity and, critically, the survival condition of the coins. While a few thousand may have entered circulation, the overwhelming majority were spent, abused, and damaged. Coins that escaped with minimal bag marks and full, original luster are exceptionally rare. The population of examples grading MS65 and above is remarkably small, and those achieving MS66 or MS67 are true condition census leaders. This creates a two-tier market, a lower tier for circulated and low-grade uncirculated pieces, and an elite, highly competitive tier for gem and superb gem examples. The extreme scarcity of the coin in premium condition is the primary engine of its high value. Market value for this variety is entirely grade dependent. A well-worn example can be acquired for under $100, serving as an affordable type piece. However, the market for gem uncirculated specimens operates on a different plane. A coin certified MS-65 by PCGS or NGC typically commands a price between $1,200 and $2,000. As the grade ascends, values increase steeply. Examples in MS-66 have consistently sold at auction for $2,500 to $3,800. The pinnacle of the market is reserved for the finest known examples in MS-67, which, due to their incredible rarity and eye appeal, have realized prices in the $5,000 to $6,500 range, reflecting fierce competition among top-level collectors to secure the ultimate example of this famous era. For the collector, navigating this market requires a strategy built on authentication and verification. Purchasing any 1998 DDO quarter without certification from PCGS or NGC is inadvisable, as the error is widely known and has been subject to alteration attempts. The grading not only confirms authenticity but also objectively assesses the state of preservation, which is paramount. Prospective buyers should study population reports to understand the true rarity at each grade level. Acquiring such a coin is best done through major numismatic auction houses or through dealers with established expertise in modern errors. Once obtained, the certified coin should be stored safely, away from environmental extremes, to preserve its grade and, by extension, its significant value. In summary, the 1998 D-double die obverse quarter is a modern numismatic phenomenon. It captures a fleeting error in the massive scale of late 20th century coin production, freezing a minting mistake in metal with stunning clarity. Its value is derived from the powerful convergence of a major variety and superlative condition, a combination that is exceptionally hard to find. For the specialist, it is a cornerstone of a modern era collection, and for the investor, it represents a tangible asset with a proven, robust market among a dedicated group of collectors. This quarter exemplifies how the pursuit of condition and rarity can elevate a coin from pocket change to a prized centerpiece, solidifying its legacy as one of the most notable era coins of its era.